Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you guys how you can grind the Liga MX League SBC. So if you guys do enjoy this video, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's see if we can get 50 likes. This is my favorite League SBC by far. Almost every single year, you get a rare Election Players Pack at the end, untradeable. I'm going to show you how I go through the teams and how you can do it as well. So for the first one, you need all from different clubs. The max you can use is silver, so bronze or silvers are usable. 62 rating and 85 chem. This gives you a tradable small silvers player pack. Second team, you need 11 players from the exact same team. Only one team required. 3 rares minimum. And then you need a 67 rating with 95 chem for a premium gold pack. That's probably the hardest one to do. Then this one just gets easier and easier. You get rare players minimum 4. You can use any team in the Liga MX. You just need a 72 rating and 80 chem. You can use as many teams as you want to. There's no limit to that. For a small prime mixed players pack. And then for the final one, you just need 11 players from Liga MX. 75 rating and 75 chem, so you can just use some golds for this one, get yourself a prime mixed players pack. So let me show you how I grind this, whether you're wanting to do it for profit, break even. I'll kind of break down how you can do this. So first things first, I would always kind of check the market to see what things are going for in general. If we go to golds first, so Liga MX, we go to golds, we're going to get an idea of where the market's currently sitting. Right now, we don't have any repeatable SBCs out, so it looks like gold cards are going to be relatively low in price. Everything goes for 400 coins. Let's check 450. Looks like everything sells within the hour for 450. Goalkeepers might take the full time. Everything else looks like you can sell within 45 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a max price 300. And we're going to do a minimum buy now of 500 coins. This way we can get rid of some of the lower end cards. You can see how many 75 rateds are in here. If you want to bid 300 on the 75 rateds, if you find a page that hasn't had a bid on it yet, this is going to give you the most profit per card, because instead of bidding 350, you get another 50 coins by bidding 300 for the 75 overall. But most likely you're going to need more than just the 75 overalls, so feel free to bid 350 on every other rating for the 76s and above. If you want to compare price before you bid, you can do that. If you just want to bid on a card you know goes for a certain price, you can do that as well. But essentially what I would do is I would mass bid on everything, 350, store the cards in your club that you're going to use, and sell everything else on for profit. Once you start figuring out how much profit you're going to get per card, let's say you're picking them up for 350, selling them for 450, 500 coins, you're going to average out to get about 100 per card. Think about how expensive it's going to be to do this SBC team, and then you can just sell enough duplicates until you're in profit, get it done with, and then open the pack. Same kind of process is going to apply for the second team. You can use majority gold as well. If you wanted to, you could go to the market for silver rares and try to snipe silver rares from Liga MX. So if we go to the silver cards right now, we go to silver rare, Liga MX, we can look at what the lowest buy now is. These are going to be the hardest things in general. Looks like their prices have gone up, actually. The reason why these are so important is because they're used on that second team that I talked about, where you need the minimum of 3 rare players, all from the same squad. So these are getting hard to win. So a trading tip with this as well, they're all at 600 coins. Feel free to put like a 350 max price right here and just bid on every card you can. If you want to compare price before you bid, you can do that as well. This is going to be a good way of not only making yourself profit, this is also a good way of picking up some of these cards that are going to be used in that second team for cheaper. So I'd recommend doing that for this. And then at the same time, if you wanted to, in between doing some bids, you can spam some bronze packs. Reason why bronze packs are going to be good to spam and why you should think about doing it is the rares. The rares for the Liga MX, they're going to be relatively expensive, just kind of like the silver rares as well. But also too, the other cards that you can pick up relatively cheap. A lot of the Liga MX bronzes, the common ones, you can get on bid for 150. If you don't want to open bronze packs, you can just do it that way. Looks like we got a CSL card. We got O'Brien there. We'll store that later. That one will go for at least 500 coins once we get a new icon SBC. If you didn't know, bronze rares go up extreme in price whenever we get a new icon SBC, because the first team needed in every solution requires 11 bronze rares. So let me kind of show you what I mean by the bronzes now. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But if you go to bronze players instead, we can look at bronze rares, see what their current price is. I think they're going to be relatively similar, maybe a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it looks like everything goes for 450, 500 coins. So if you wanted to, you could realistically go in here and place a bunch of mass bids. The amount of time in between cards might be a lot though, so sniping might be easier. Feel free to do that if you want. But then when it comes to the commons, the bronze commons, you're going to notice a huge drop off in price. A lot of things aren't even going to go for 200 by now. Actually, no, everything goes for 200 by now. Earlier, they were flooding the market and they're relatively cheap. So here's another way you can do it. If you know you can sell everything for at least 200 coins, I would bid 150 on cards, especially if they're not a goalkeeper, and then store it in your club and then sell the duplicates on for profit. This one looks like it could sell for 250 within the hour, potentially 300 depending on when it is. The striker right here looks like that 500 by now is not selling, but it looks like he could go for 300 within the hour. So going through and mass bidding on these, you can double your coins pretty easily. But also too, if you're trying to get a team done, think of it like this. If you're trying to get that first team done, 150 bids, it's going to cost you 1,650 coins to get that first team done if you get 11 different cards bidded on. And then if you're selling cards on for duplicates for double the price around that, all you would need to do is what? Pick up 22 cards, sell 11 of them on, and that 11 cards that you sell would pay for the other 11 cards to get the team done. It's that simple to start seeing profit in this SBC. And also too, you can save other cards for a next run around if you're someone who's going to grind this like crazy. Once I get rid of my stupid libs, I'm going to absolutely go crazy on this SBC. That's my goal. And then in terms of the final team, that second team that we were talking about where you needed all from the same club, the way I would recommend you grind that is take a look at which one has the most rares. You can go by bronze rares if you wanted to. You could go by silver rares, but you want to get an idea of what team has some rares that are relatively cheap in price. As you see here, looks like that left back is really only the main one for Club America. But if we go to bronze rare or silver rares, we can see if there's more available. Then also to kind of get an idea of what their prices are going for. So this would be kind of a good team if you wanted to. I know they have some golds. If you wanted to mass bid on this league, or this team, go to like a 600 by now. See how everything sells. This would be the team that I would go to 350 in price and mass bid 400 on everything. That way you have these in your club, you have them for cheaper. You can run through the league multiple times if you need those rares multiple times. That would be the easiest way to do it in my opinion. And then again, if you're checking for the golds, you probably want to go with the gold commons, especially when there's no repeatable SBC out. These are going to be relatively cheap. So you can pick these up on bid and it looks like there's enough to get the team done relatively simply. But yeah, that's essentially the method, dudes. And then what I would recommend doing is after you kind of do this league SBC, go team by team, try to make profit on it at first. You're going to get a really repetitive nature to it. You're going to notice which packs are easier to do, which ones are harder to do. You're going to notice prices changing throughout the day, throughout the week. What you can do with that is you can start setting up some bidding filters, some selling filters. You can flip cards throughout the day. You can sell them maybe at marquee matchups to make a bunch of profit too. You're essentially going to be in a really good position to not only make coins, but also grind this SBC over and over. So that's what I would recommend. And then if you wanted, take all the untradeable cards, tradable too if you wanted, and anything good in these. For example, if you get a Prem Common Gold, feel free to put that Prem Common Gold then in the Prem League SBC. And you can kind of use this league as a way to grind other leagues. Here for 66 days still. Hopefully that's helpful. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you next time. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless.